After finishing school in 2002, I needed a break. My mom had passed away, and I was feeling really sad. I just wanted some time for myself. That's when I found a job taking care of dogs for an old lady. She told me she'd pay me $2 an hour. It wasn't much, but I agreed. Months passed, and everything seemed fine until a strange day. A man knocked on the door saying he had a package. I insisted he leave it outside, but he kept insisting. He said something strange, mentioning the old lady and claiming she couldn't be trusted. I didn't know what to think. He said she wasn't safe and I shouldn't believe her. According to him, she was dangerous and had hurt people before. I was scared and didn't know who to trust, confused and frightened, not knowing who was telling the truth. I decided to call her. She sounded a little nervous and asked me to wait for her, while emphasizing not to let the man in at any cost. I stood there, feeling confused, so I told the man that I had called the lady and she was on her way. He looked very disappointed but also worried, so he left, or so I thought. The lady came back and checked every corner of the house as if he might be hiding behind the door. At this point, I had to ask what the beef was between them. She explained that he promised to live for free, help take care of her cats and dogs, and clean up the place as a live-in helper. However, he did none of that, so she kicked him out. In retaliation, he took my little Ginger, who was my cat, and slit her throat, then left her in front of my door. I had to change my lock because he would constantly try to break in when I wasn't home, scaring away many dog sitters as he didn't want to be replaced. The next day, she left for work and told me to call her if I saw anything. Honestly, I wasn't feeling it that day and just wanted to get my job done and quit. As I was thinking about that and making my way to the kitchen for some water, I heard a scratching noise. I thought it was Blue, the lady's dog, but he was right next to me. My heart sank. It must be him again. The noises were not coming from the front door, but rather from the basement. I didn't want to, but I had to go down there and check. The moment I started walking down the stairs, I could hear the scratches getting louder and louder. The closer I got, the louder it got. At this point, I was sweating my ass out. I could see a door, and I could smell something awful coming from that door. The closer I got, the stronger the smell. I swear I almost threw up, but I had to see what was behind that door. I opened it, and I couldn't believe my eyes. It was the man who had been knocking at the door lying dead. It seemed like he had been dead for more than a month. I ran up, but I was dealing with the aftermath. The whole time, the man had been knocking for me to let him in, either to protect me from becoming her next victim, or because he wanted to show me this the whole time. I didn't call the lady. I ran the fuck out and called the cops instead. I never asked or followed up with the cops about this case. I have no idea what, why, and how this happened. I don't know anymore if her story was even real.